Alright. We're going to get this started. So this is routing for King's Row.
Now entering King's Row.
I did the Christmas one because that seems to be our popular map. Gonna turn my music back on. There you go. Played this song after it. Freaking jerks. Oh, I forgot to put myself in spectator. Alright. That's a nerve. Ah. That's the lowest my latency's ever been, 40. Imagine actually playing on decent latency. Alright, we're going to do attack. I think this first video will be attack, and then the second one will be defense. Alright, so we all come out. Normally we're not good enough shot to get a pick from the first point, but if we get a pick, we get a pick. We usually don't run a sniper anyway. Alright, so this choke right here. We take this fight a lot. If they're playing this choke of like a May and Symmetra or May or Symmetra or something like that, I would say ignore this choke. Come upstairs. Come upstairs. Either drop from here or drop out of here and route back here. From here, you guys can see where they're positioned to decide whether or not you're going to go through here, or if you guys are just going to take a direct fight to point. They've more than likely reset. This is like the turrets are lining this wall, so let your range DPS take it out, or your support take it out, because we don't have the kind of range. You would want to refrain from coming out this door, because then you're just going to run into the whole choke problem again. I would drop from here, and then if like you guys get walled, then drop through this window. But you make sure you guys do it quickly. Tanks go first, then DPS, then supports, depending on what you have. So that's how you attack this point. That's the better part if they're playing this. If they're not, and they're playing point, then you bounce around this way. The reason why you bounce around this way is because it offers natural cover. Then you guys can set up here to see if you guys are going to bounce into this room to do a flank. If you guys are going to attack direct on. Alternatively, if they're playing point, you can come through here. It's a shorter distance, but you guys have to like coordinate with that speed boost. And you guys got to be really, really aggressive, which our team doesn't seem to do too much, unless we're running Sammy and King. Like this is like Hotel is a great route for Sammy King. Statue is a better route for Cherub and Sarah because of the play styles. So Sammy and King love going like straight at the enemy and just like run them over with like sheer strength. Whereas Cherub and Sarah like to play more methodical, get picks, and like advanced. So the first route, going up high ground, like first route for if they're holding point, Cherub, Sarah, your strength is here because you guys like playing double shield. Sammy King, your strength is through Hotel with Ryan and Zarya and just pushing straight into them, slambulent style. Alright, so now having said that, your compositions for if they're holding point. I know it's like your first push, you're not gonna really know that, but generally with this, what you guys run. You guys generally run. I'm gonna do tanks, supports, and DPS. So tanks, obviously, double barrier, Sigma, or recess for Cherub and Sarah. Your supports usually consist of Lucio and Moira. That / Mercy, it depends on what DPS you run. So for Sarah and Cherub, you guys can afford to run a Pharmacy because Like, you guys are going to be holding here and gradually advancing forward. And that means that your Pharah is going to have time to get her damage in over their shields and whatnot. And so you could run Pharmacy, and I would run Baptiste or Moira. Baptiste is probably more preferable for like a defensive capability in case you guys overstep your means. So, and then you guys just gradually push forward. And also Baptiste is really good for shield break when you're healing and shooting at the same time. He's amazing at shield break. So that's your composition for down here. All right. So Sammy, now we're gonna get to the guys. So Sammy, oh wait, DPS, my bad. Second DPS, I found Pharah. Hanzo, wait, because Laboring usually plays with you guys, right? So we have Envy on Pharah, and then we have Laboring on Hanzo. We have High Pick, which is what you guys are playing for. With a slow moving comp, you guys are playing for picks. So that's what I would run. If you guys want to, you can run the Reaper with the Pharah. Just blow, so you can instantly blow something up. But like, if the Pharah is landing her direct rockets, the Hanzo can like easily clean up. So like Hanzo or Mercury. And the Mercury would be for shield break. Hanzo can help shield break. Alright, now for Sammy's comp for going through Hotel. You would want to run Ryan Zarya, Lucio, Moira. Pretty much standard. For DPS, you definitely want to run a Reaper because you guys are going Slambulance style. And for the other DPS, maybe Mei. But she doesn't have a whole lot of burst potential, so you might want to go Mercury and just stun something, and then you guys just blow it the crap up. If you can land your shots, you feel comfortable. But like high burst damage, you could run a Junkrat if you can feel comfortable. Which, if you guys are running Envy, you guys will probably have her on the Junkrat. So you guys probably have Junkrat Reaper or Mei Reaper, which is fine. So that's how you attack first point. So rambled on long enough. All right, routing through here is pretty easy. Like usually, this is taken. You guys know how to roll this really well. So I don't really need to say this part. All right, so we're gonna skip that. If you guys get stuck here, I would say invest in a Grab Dragon. Like you guys, so if you guys get stuck here, you guys need to immediately switch and invest into a Team White combo. So, EMP, Grab Dragon, like something just absolutely just shuts down the enemy. The EMP Shatter, my bad. What would EMP? EMP Shatter, Grab Dragon, probably be your best play, but you guys going to like wipe them, so that way you guys just roll into the next point. All right, next point. You guys get beat here very often because you guys do not specialize in range fighting, and they like posting their little snipers right here and right there. I will say for last point, do not hesitate to run Ball D.Va because your DPS struggle to hold this because they run Widow, D.Va, Mercy, and like they like sitting up here. And like, well, what the fuck is like Laboring supposed to do on Hanzo when they have a defense matrix on top of the Widow? So like, unless he gets a quick pick on both the Mercy and the Widow, like while the D.Va's away, like it's gonna be pretty hard for him to get there. So for this point, I'm gonna do Cherub and Sarah first, because I feel like they're better equipped. So for the last point, I would say run Orisa D.Va, especially if you get past like right here. Like once you get to like right here, the D.Va is so crucial because D.Va can control this high ground. So this high ground, and she can easily get to this high ground to put pressure on. And so she doesn't have to use the full extent of her rockets. She can just like boost, shoot, turn back around, and then stay here. So that would be your tank line for third point. And if Tigray wants to like say no, Tigray can say no. But I'm building this composition by what I see you guys often get beat by. Like once you guys see it. Once you guys see them running like long range projectiles, I would suggest you switch to this. Unless you guys are just rolling. In which case, I would stick with your double barriers. So back to Cherub's composition. So Orisa D.Va, I know Diva can feed, but trust me, you're gonna run Mercy. So that way you can keep your Diva up constantly, because this whole offense rests on like the Diva being able to manage high ground, and then you have Moira or Baptiste on low ground to like keep the forward momentum going. You guys, let's say DPS. I would say Mei is a good pick here because you're in a tight area. It's gonna be a tight fight, but for like last point, you can like Blizzard and then get a nice little wipe. And you guys could probably run Hanzo. So you can either run Hanzo Reaper, Mei Reaper, but you guys need some sort of range. But Envy's really good at hitting her shots at Mei, as you guys have seen. So if you guys are feeling confident, you can put Envy on the Widow, but the tanks need to create a lot of space for her. So if you guys run the Widow, you guys need to do the whole Diva Mercy Widow pocket on high ground, and just like give Envy all the space she needs to like frag. If you guys, because you guys will have to fully invest into her. Well, not fully, but at least half the team has to invest into her. In which case, you guys run the Widow, low ground players. So that would be Cherub. So up here is Sarah, Envy, Kit, 3 girls, and then Cherub, our other one. I'm not gonna leave you out of this. Cherub, you're gonna be like the spear point of pushing them. Like, hopefully Envy gets quick picks. Or whichever person decides to go, we decide to pocket up there. Might be laboring. It might be Swag. Depends. His Widow can be kind of cracked. So down here would be Cherub, Honorisa. I would say Smooth. I would rather see Smooth than Ursa on this point. On yeah, on Moira. Smooth on Moira. And for last DPS laboring, would have to do the Reaper, because this Reaper is just nutty. So up here would be Swag. Up here would be Envy or Swag. Let's see. For Sammy and King, you guys are just running light goats. You guys are just gonna thrust yourself into them. And like, the whole point, and the reason why I'm not gonna like do too much for you guys is because you guys' tank is so aggressive that you two just blow up their front line, and like it will probably, if you guys blow up, keep blowing up the front line, the Widow won't have much time. It'll come down to like the DPS and support, like not getting picked. So I would say run Ryan Zarya, Lucio, Moira. Last point, if you want to, Hanzo. Genji, no, not Genji. I mean, I guess for a little high ground control you could, but I'm really relying on the Hanzo to be able to pop off. Maybe not. I would probably do Hanzo Reaper, and if like we really need to take high ground from them, then King. I think King is another ball player. King, go ahead and swap the ball. And just put like an insane amount of pressure on their Widow. Go ahead, grapple up here. Smash. Yep. Alright, so that's the end of the attack portion. Now we're going to talk about your rotations on defense. You guys' rotations are really slow, and this is what's making you guys lose first point. It's because your rotations are slow. So, they come through here, you hold here. You guys should, your defense should, so if you're holding point, which you guys normally do, you guys are holding here, right? And they're coming in. You guys should, your guys' positioning should be like, more like this. Because you guys need to be able to like turn instantly and like take care of whoever's trying to flank. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and show how I want to, show you guys how I want your shield placement to go. No! I'm sorry, my controller's whack right now. I'm gonna show you a research shield placement because hers is more important. Run, Arisa, run. Run, girl. Alright, so you guys are gonna position here. Here. Like, initial setup here. Here. If they're approaching from here. Because you need to be able to turn. Defend here. Shoot that. This shield will keep you covered while you guys deal with this. Cover there. It won't cover here, but that's what you have Sigma for. Easy, because this is where you guys get beat a lot. It's like somebody comes in here. I would say for your DPS lineup, Junkrat Reaper. Because people love coming into here. Or you can do Junkrat Hanzo. The reason why I say Junkrat, because Junkrat is insane in holding this spot right here. And Hanzo can deal long range damage. So what if they rotate here and here? You guys immediately rotate this way. Set up. And then if they decide to keep moving this way, then you guys rotate this way. You guys do full rotation here. Maybe not this close to the wall. Maybe keep your shield. Maybe place your shield like right here. Because now you created, see what you created is a bubble. So now if they decide to rotate here, they're stuck. If they decide to backtrack and go here, you're still covered. And if they go here, you're still covered. So like right about in front of the car. You want to be really big brain, you can just come like right here. Then you guys have all of this to work with. So essentially your shield placement, depending on where they are, like whenever you're rotating so that way you can have the maximum amount of distance away from them without giving up too much defensive stance. So that's where I want to see our main tank positioned. Alright, so while the rotation's happening, and I'm saying, you know, so the first portion on Orisa is for Sammy and for Cherub. This portion right here for your shield placement is for King and is for Sarah.
Observe the barrier.
So they come through here, that's fine. Your main shield should be help. Hold that. You want to be able to cover this portion right here. This is your primary concern, outside of obviously bolstering your Orisa's defense. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to deny their snipers. Your initial Orisa barriers right here should deny this spot, but it won't deny there, and it won't deny here very well. It will kind of deny it depending on how they place it, but this is your concern. Like this swath right here. So your main tank's swath is right here. So like from like here to there. Yours is from like here to here. So like complete line of coverage if you can help it. And then as soon as you guys get pressured,
Activating the barrier.
if there's no pressure here, go ahead and rotate your shield this way. If there is pressure here, keep your shield here. Because you don't want them, because like, what you don't want to do is open sight lines. So you guys get picked. So it's like leave your shield there. Make sure your team's protected from your backside. Because as the Sigma, you're bolstering the Orisa's defense, but you're also like denying sight lines for snipers. And so whenever they're rotating, shield, shield, shield. That was a crappy shield. Nice bit of cheeky damage. Alright. Support positioning. Focus routing. And this is mainly meant for tanks. I don't want it to be too long. So I would leave it there. Alright. Hi, Arisa. I'm going Diva because she's faster.
I play to win.
Second point defense. You guys are pretty decent at it. You guys will probably lose it. So I'm not too worried about it. Like, it's really hard to hold this spot because there's so many good spots to attack from. So, defense. You guys want to hold this for as long as possible. You won't be able to hold it forever, but for as long as possible, this positioning is huge. So this line right here is really good to hold. As an Orisa, you can like Orisa Orion, you can hold like right here, natural cover. So as soon as your shield break, go around the corner, reset the fight here. The next fallback point is here. Set up here for your next fallback point. The only thing you guys need to worry about is really this, but you can. So Diva or whoever is holding up here, try to hold this for as long as possible. As soon as you guys lose this spot right here, abandon this high ground. This high ground is now worthless to you because all you're gonna do is get picked because they hold this sight line. So now you rotate back to here, establish your new sight line. And you can now you're defending this portion from here, and you guys are picking back where my crosshair is, like as a DPS. You guys want to be picking back here, and as they move forward here, try to hold this for as long as possible. When they get here, once they take this spot, give me a second, I need to sneeze. Okay, so whenever they like start getting to here, it's kind of not advantageous for your DPS to be here anymore. I mean, you can come up here every now and again, try to get a quick pick. Rotate back off here. Tanks, you guys are kind of screwed if they get here. Like once you lose here, this part, like that portion up here, this line, you're kind of screwed because you don't have that many options. Because you like the next best spot for me is to hold right here. Yeah, you're giving up a lot of space, but you're giving cover to your supports with these boxes. So, like right here, hold it right here, and like you could create an entire like barrier line right here. So like Arisa's shield, like will cover from here to here, and Sigma can cover all of this. Well, with his moving shield, unless you're running Diva, in which case you should probably switch out Diva and go something more sustained. Like usually when you get to here, you guys get really set up, but like if you're running the Diva, Diva holds here. You can hold back here. Shoot down on enemy. Fire down on him. I messed that up. I didn't fly high enough.
Defense matrix activated.
So yeah. You guys want to hold this portion right here. At this point, get your Bastion out. Like, if you guys can get to this, get your Bastion out, get your Mei out. Honestly, once you like lose Diva, I would go Ball just for the extreme stall potential. So whenever you guys are stalling, actually don't go Mei. You might want to go Doomfist, but actually yeah, go Mei. Mei Bastion. So the point of stalling, of going stall characters, sometimes is to sometimes like stall the clock out. Like if you guys know that you guys aren't going to be able to regroup, then like whatever. But if you got the like stalling for reinforcements, like you go to like, so you would go Orisa Ball because they have really high survivability, or you can go Reinhardt for a quick pick. But I would go Orisa Ball, for high sustain on your tanks. Sigma, Moira. Not Sigma, Moira. Baptiste, Moira. Baptiste for immortality field, which can buy ball so much time. Because they have to choose between shooting ball or shooting the immortality field, and most people shoot ball, then ball rolls through immortality field, and then I realize, oh my goodness, all the damage I would have done just to kill them is now gone. So like, go ball. Go Bastion and go Mei. Mei so she can stall directly on point and deny like, also so she can deny like them progress. Bastion for picks. So you guys are playing for picks with Bastion, or you can go Doomfist for high. You guys want to go high pick DPS. High pick potential, not Widow Hanzo, because you guys know space to work. And unless you're just cracking the shots, dude. You guys could go Lucio to try to get boots into this well, but we want reliable. We want reliability on your stall, and Moira can get really fast ultimate. But if you feel comfortable with Lucio, go Lucio. Yeah. That's how you defend last point. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my King's Row guide.
Nerf this.